All right. Hey, guys. Has this been a day or what? So what are we going to do? Q&A? So we're doing? Do we have another mic that we can ask questions so that everybody can hear? I'll just repeat the question if we don't.
Where is it? I'll get it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just repeat the question.
I might actually get to talk, and that's fun.
Yay!
Okay, who has a question? Yes, sir.
Heavy cream, MCT oil, will that affect your fasting?
Yeah, good question. Will heavy whipping cream break a fast? So, fasting is very simple, but also very complicated. As you kind of know that, right? And so there are many different kinds of fasts. The ultimate fast of all is a dry fast, which most people don't talk about and don't recommend. I'm researching dry fasting right now, and I may be making some videos about that in the near future. Don't worry about that right now. But so the next level of fasting is just drinking water and having salt. That's the next level of fasting. We know for a fact that dry fasting will not break your fast. Right? We know for a fact that water and salt will not break your fast. Now, the kind of fast that Dr. Fung and I talk about is a physiological fast. And the goal of our fast is to keep your insulin level and your blood sugar level as low to normal as possible. Because when that happens, you burn fat for fuel, right? And so for me, my typical fast is somewhere between 19 to 22 hours a day, every day. Unless the weekend, we might go out and eat or something. But when I'm at the Berry Clinic, I don't eat until I get home at 6, 7 p.m. And it's fatty meat, and some butter, and some eggs, and just whatever, right? And that's my meal. And during my 20-hour fast, or 22-hour fast, I drink black coffee with a teaspoon of Kerrygold butter and a big pinch of Redmond's real salt. That's my fast. And that works wonderfully for me. Now, there was a time in my keto journey where I used to have a little coffee with my heavy cream. You know that, right? And for a while, that worked great for me. It worked great. I was making gains towards my goals, but then at a certain point, that was bumping my insulin too high to go further on this journey. That makes sense? And so there's some of you guys in this room right now, you can probably have a quart of heavy cream a day and still keep moving towards your goal. There are others of you who need to look in the mirror and say, I have a problem with heavy whipping cream. And start to wean that down and maybe even stop it. Like sometimes on Saturday morning I'll put a splash in my coffee because I freaking love it. Right? But if I did that every day, I'd start to gain weight a little bit. And so the answer is maybe. But yes, it does elevate your insulin because it has a little carb and it has a little protein. So there's no doubt it elevates your insulin level more than just pure fat like MCT or butter. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. How are you fasting right now? What's your fasting?
I'm not. But that's because I'm hoping there's Barry on board. And although I think keto is awesome during pregnancy, I don't see the point in starving yourself if you're feeding 2 humans. I don't think you should eat for 2. It's not a sin. But I don't think you should fast because there's just no point. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm not getting on top of you. Water. I tried to kind of back off the coffee, and then, like I said earlier, I started out with a lot in my coffee, a lot of butter, a lot of cream, and then I put the magical MCT oil because everybody acts like it's the super fat. I really think ghee is the super fat. I prefer that in my coffee now, and he hasn't said this, but he puts bacon fat in his coffee sometimes. Yeah, so, but do you want to talk about intermittent fasting too, or?
I wanted to talk about yeah, we'll take another question. Sir. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got the mic. Okay, we'll go by the mic. Hey, how's it going?
So my daughter-in-law just got diagnosed hypothyroid, and she's being told you can't do keto, it'll ruin your thyroid. Is there a difference to keto if you have a thyroid issue?
No. So again, that would, back to what we said earlier, so, oh, she has hypothyroidism, so she should eat more poison. No. And so there are a lot of experts out there who are keto experts, hypothyroid experts, who will say you need to carb cycle, or you need to eat carbs every day, or you need to carb up, or any of these number of things. I haven't seen any research that makes me think that. When you dive deep into the physiology and the pathophysiology of hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, nowhere in there does it say, oh, you need more carbs. It's just not in the literature, it's not in the medical school textbooks. I don't know who made that up. I'd love to trace that back and find out who said that the very first time. It's just like you guys heard that if you eat too many cruciferous vegetables, it might hurt your thyroid, or if you're hypothyroid, you shouldn't eat too many cruciferous vegetables. You guys want me to be blunt about that? It's bullshit. Total bullshit. It comes from a single case study. You know what that is? That's when something weird happens to one person and a doctor goes, that was weird. I'm going to write up a case report about that. Because sometimes we learn stuff from case reports. It was a little Asian lady, and she was eating like 7 pounds of bok choy a day. Now, literally, she was living on bok choy, and she also happened to have hypothyroidism. So the doctor thought, well, I wonder if that caused that. That's literally the entirety of the research on the cruciferous vegetable hypothyroid thing. So anytime you hear something and you're like, what? Look into that, because odds are it's not true.
We gotta get to talk again. The women that I've talked to that have hypothyroidism, they follow this mantra that you can't do keto or you need to carb up or whatever, and they think it's working for them until they stop doing that, cut down their vegetable carbs, increase their protein, maybe even go carnivore, and then they're kind of pissed off about it because they feel even better than they did just doing keto in the first place. So I think it's one of those things, if you are Hashimoto's or you have hypothyroidism, you really need to do it yourself and see, do I feel better when I carb up, or am I just telling myself I feel better?
Because eating carbohydrates releases endorphins, right? When you eat a Twinkie, you get a buzz, right? That's the endorphins. So, yeah, you're probably going to feel better. That doesn't mean it's okay, right? If I went and got a fifth of Jack Daniels, I'd feel better. But that don't mean that I should do that every day, right? Or even ever. And so just because you feel better temporarily doing something doesn't mean it's a good thing, right? But Neisha, she did the carbs for a while with her Hashimoto's and felt better than she did eating the old way. But then when she went super low carb and stayed there, she felt better, I think, than she's ever felt.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel about alcohol? A glass of wine.
We feel about alcohol as we're very honest with ourselves about it. Alcohol is not good for us out here. Wood form, red wine, white wine, Jack Daniels. It's not good for you. However, you know, every now and then you might want to have a drink. So if you are going to have a drink, we don't have beer. Even the low carb beer, because it's like bloating. It's just, it doesn't make us feel good. Wine kind of gives us a hangover still. Dry farms wine, however, apparently it is like the bomb and doesn't give you a headache, and it has all the bad stuff taken out. But we prefer whiskey. Or Tito's. And we just drink it with club soda and a lime for the Tito's, and whiskey is just on the rocks, basically.
Alcohol is poison, period. Sorry, right? Now, does that mean you can't have an occasional drink? No, you can have an occasional drink. Do you need to have a drink every day? No, don't do that, please. All the red wine benefits, all that stuff, that's another one of those surrogate markers. The actual research is they took resveratrol and they saw what effects it had on cells in vitro, which means in a petri dish. They didn't take 1,000 people here and 1,000 people here and said, you drink red wine every night, you don't, and then follow them. That didn't happen. That's not how that came to be. And so it's really if you took the skins of 1,000 grapes and got that stuff, that might be good for you, maybe. But that does not mean drinking 2 glasses of red wine every night. And then if you're from the South, you know what a granny clamp is. glass of red wine is, which is a bottle, all right? No, don't do that. So alcohol is poison, end of story. But I don't think having a drink every now and then is a big deal.
I think there's a big difference in being conscious of the fact that you're having a glass of alcohol. And I know that this isn't the best thing in the world for me, but it's my birthday, or I'm out with the girls, or whatever, fill in the blank, as to pretending that it's fine because there's no carbs in it. You know, being conscious of what you're putting in your body is really what you're going for in this whole keto thing. You want to know what you're putting in your body, you want to know why you're putting it in your body, and are you okay with the outcome of what's going to result from you putting that in your body. So as long as you're going through those steps and you're like, because then it starts to be like this thing where you're like, oh no, do I really want this drink? Because you're having to hold yourself accountable. So more and more, the people that we hang around, they don't drink anymore because they're like, I don't feel good. Do I really want to have a glass of alcohol? But like I said, I had some on my birthday. And I paid for that. But I was conscious. I was like, I knew going in, this is not good for me, but this is probably the last time, hopefully, in 9 months that I'm going to have a drink. So, yeah, just be very conscious about what you're putting in your body.
Does anybody growing up or now have a mulberry tree in your yard? Have you ever, mulberries, they go bad and ferment very quickly. Have you ever seen the birds get drunk on a lady? Have you ever seen that? Or the chickens? Yeah. And so, this is all animals do this. And so it doesn't mean that you should never do it, but they only get to do it once a year, don't they?
All right, my question is about children. My daughter, who is very fit, just started doing keto because she liked the energy level she's seen in her mom and doesn't need to lose any weight. And she's like, Mom, I need to eat a little more something because my weight is dropping. I don't want to lose weight. I like it for the energy. But the children, transitioning them, kids don't like vegetables. They don't want nothing but meat. Are they going to be okay in little carnivores? Because that seems to be where we are. I did ask my daughter, how are their bowel movements? She said, well, Jenny's fine. She's not complaining about her stomach or anything. The twins, therefore, they're going fine. I said, I'm going to ask that question today about their diet.
Good question. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Keto Sisters, S-I-S-T-A-Z. My sister's in Dr. Westman's.
Oh, she left me. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Dr. Westman.
So I think it's perfectly fine. I wouldn't necessarily. Well, I would never make a child be carnivore. I wouldn't even really necessarily encourage it, but I don't think it's bad at all if they naturally find themselves there. Kids are very intuitive eaters. Kids are also very, very metabolically resilient and flexible, right? And so my oldest daughter went vegan when she was 14, and that lasted about 8 weeks. And she's like, this is stupid, I'm not doing this, right? And so I predict they'll be carnivore for a minute, then you'll catch them eating blueberries. Or you know what I mean? It's just, and so kids are so metabolically resilient, I wouldn't worry about it at all, but it's probably a phase. They'll cycle in and out of it, and that's perfectly fine. Now, if you're a 70-year-old woman, you need to do what you need to do. But if you're an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, you can, when I was 18, I lived on a dozen donuts and a half gallon of skimmed milk, and I was fine. I was playing basketball, right? Can I do that now? I couldn't have jumped up here. I'd have been doing the Neisha walk around, right? I was sitting in the special chair because I couldn't get up here, but it's different for kids. They're so resilient. Don't worry about it.
Do you follow Danny Vega and Maura? They are, so some of you do. They are awesome, and their kids are basically carnivore, and they're beautiful, healthy, strong children. The whole family is wonderful, so follow them. And right, but they're not carnivore. Our Fit Family. Okay. What's Danny's? Fat Fuel Family. That's what the Vegas are. Fat Fuel Family. Yeah. Maria's are a keto since she got them, and I think she got them both at a very, very early age.
Intermediate fasting, a question about that. 14, 16 hours, what are your thoughts about the length of it?
Yes.
mean, is there any,
So we all dry fast for somewhere between 6 and 8 hours every day. Don't we? Right? While we're asleep, we dry fast. You don't eat or drink. That's a dry fast. And so that's 8 hours already under your belt. So you're already a winner without going any further. But what I recommend for most people is just to add an hour before you go to bed and add 2 hours after you wake up. Now you're doing an 11-hour fast. Do that for a few weeks. Then do it again. Add some more hours, and before long, you'll find yourself effortlessly doing a 16, 17, 18-hour fast, and you're not even trying. You don't sweat it. It's no big deal. But it's different for different people. Some people don't have to fast at all. They can eat 3 big keto meals and have keto snacks in between, and they do great. But I suspect that you probably need to eat 2 meals a day, and you probably need to fast for 16, if not 18 hours a day to get to where you want to go. And that's me making a lot of presumptions and assumptions, right? But yeah, so the more the better. The more hours you fast during the day, the lower your insulin stays for longer periods of time, and that's good. You want that. The more hours you fast every day, the more autophagy is happening, which is also good. You want that. That makes sense? Does that answer it? And so there's no number. There's no magic number. Oh, you need to fast for X number of hours, because it's different for everybody. Some people don't need to. Some people absolutely need to. And then some people, I don't really talk about extended fasting much. I think it's very rare that people need that, but some people really enjoy it, and some people do need it. And so I'm perfectly on board with a 2, 3, 5, 7 day fast if you want to do that, but don't start there. Start out with some intermittent fasting like I just described, and then work towards that, if that's something you're even interested in.
Well, a lot of people find that they start intermittent fasting and they get an extended fast by accident, like they just forget to eat. That's how it happened for me. I tried really hard at intermittent fast, and then one day I just was like, I'll eat when I'm hungry, and I wasn't hungry till like 3:30, and I hadn't eaten since the night before. And that's, you kind of, like I said, listen to your body, and eat when you're hungry, and don't eat if you're not hungry. And if you're using, the small amount of fat in your coffee, that's going to keep you satiated throughout the day, but really, at a certain point, you're not even going to need that, because your body's just going to be like, I'm okay. And then you're going to be like, I'm starving. And then you're going to come home to your wife at 5:30 and not even say hi to her. Go straight to the refrigerator and cook 3 steaks. Because that's really what it does.
Hi, my mother is in her 70s, and she has been having problems with asthma and fluid retention. But what it is she follows what I do, but then she doesn't want to do it whole hog like I do it. And so then she, I think, basically is perpetually making herself sick. And I keep trying to tell her, this is all or nothing. But is it not true that if you are eating ketogenically and then you do a carb refeed that's like a significant carb refeed, you could kill yourself if you're not careful.
Yeah, depending on your pre-existing medical conditions and your overall condition, I mean, that could be dangerous. Yeah, definitely. And a lot of people talk about, the worst thing in the world is to eat fat with carbs. Right? I mean, basically you're eating good, real food and with poison. It's not the combination. It's just poison, right? And so I think that if you could slowly get her out of that habit, that would be very good for her long-term health. Because when she eats that, she has a huge blood sugar spike, and then she has a big insulin spike, which is going to make her retain that fluid. And when you're retaining fluid in your ankles, you're also retaining it in the chest. That's going to make, and then the inflammation goes up, that's going to make her asthma worse. And remember that all that wheezes is not asthma. Sometimes heart failure will wheeze, right? And so she may actually be causing some temporary heart failure by eating that big carb load.
And I just want to add that she said, well, Dr. Berry said that if I slip up, it's no big deal. I said, Mom, you cannot eat a box of chocolate-covered cherries and call that a slip up. So, it's just
So you tell her Dr. Berry said a box of chocolate-covered cherries ain't a slip-up. Right?
I was
was curious what recommendations you'd have for, my wife and I both have elderly family members that were underweight, and doctors wanted them to eat, literally, they wanted my dad to have candy bars, ice cream, all sort of garbage to get calories, instead of calories from, butter-covered steak like I have. So, A, the medical part, and do you have any psychology advice on how to talk a 75-year-old into eating a steak?
So, first of all, let me talk about this. The ketogenic diet is not a weight loss diet. It is a weight optimization diet. I've actually had several patients now who were anorexic, who basically cured, reversed, whatever you want to call it, their anorexia, and they gained weight on keto. Okay? So keto moves you towards your ideal body weight from whichever direction you're coming. So if you're underweight, eating keto will help you to put on weight, but it'll help you put on the kind of weight you want. Because the doctors are correct. If he eats those things, he's going to gain weight, but what's he going to gain? Fat. Is that good? Do we want him to just gain fat? Or do we want him to gain bone and muscle? That's what I would want him to gain. He's going to gain that by eating keto in enough quantity, right? He's going to gain good, meaningful, lean body weight, which is what's going to help him live longer. Now, as to the psychology, good luck.
What do they normally eat?
Everything that the food pyramid helps do.
Okay, so what would, find what they're eating in a keto form and don't tell them it's keto. Just I make a pretty mean keto cornbread. My grandmother would store my cornbread up with some collard greens and a chicken fried steak made with pork panko that she would not have known was made with pork panko. She would have known that. You can make gravies, and you can add so much fat into that. And then they're getting the protein from the pork panko and from the chicken fried steak or the chicken fried chicken or, insert. You're just going to have to work around their tastes and just not tell them that you're doing it keto. And if you do the recipe right, they're not going to be able to tell it. They're really not, because it's going to be delicious because it's got fat and it's got meat and butter. You know what I mean?
And you can make them Neisha's ice cream, and then you'll be following doctor's orders. You'll be like, the doctor told you to eat ice cream, here you go.
Technically, it's not my ice cream, it's Dr. Schultz's ice cream. It's homemade ice cream. You can make homemade ice cream. I already told a few people that. So a young gentleman asked me if bourbon was better or if vanilla ice cream was better keto. I told him bourbon, unless he made his own homemade ice cream. So. But they're both not great. So. I know. Oh, hard question.
You'd have a bourbon float.
Dr. Barrett, to hop on the thyroid issue again, I'm the one I talked to you this morning with my A1C about a year ago at 14, and 6 months after on the keto diet, I was down to 5.5. The thing that still worries me is my thyroid levels either stay the same, very high, or they increase over that 6 months. And the doctor put me on thyroid medicine, and I really want to come off that. What are your recommendations of coming off thyroid medicine and how to do that?
Which thyroid medication do you take?
The Levithon, whatever it's called.
So several things to talk about there. So first of all, I'd much prefer you be on a real thyroid medication, not fake T4, which is what Synthroid or levothyroxine is. That's synthetic T4. So it's not real T4. And so it works kind of like T4, but very often it doesn't work as well. So ask your doctor about Armour or Nature or NP or WP. And that's number one. Number two, you may always need to be on thyroid medication. The damage may have already been done. This may be how it's going to be for you, but that's fine. That's a very small consolation for the benefits and the glorious things that have happened to you because of keto. But try to get changed to a better thyroid medication, but don't sweat it if you have to take it. I don't even consider that a medicine. That's a thyroid hormone replacement, is what that is. If your thyroid's been damaged, you need that.
And you mentioned in several of your videos about the 4 or 5 panels of thyroid. Could you go over that one more time for
Sure. So you need a TSH, you need a free T3, you need a free T4, you need a reverse T3, you need a TPO antibody, and you need a TG antibody. And that's just for the thyroid, that's not for anything else. And so if you're having symptoms of fatigue or anything like that, you need lots of other stuff checked too. But just for the thyroid, that's the ones. And that's going to tell you a ton of information about hypo, hyper, and then thyroiditis.
Can you say those again?
No. You ready? Everybody ready? TSH, free T3, free T4, reverse T3, because that's also another place you can mess up, and then a TPO antibody and a TG antibody. And those are going to give you great information about the entirety of your thyroid health. That's a great place to start. There's actually another level, but we won't get into that, because those labs are going to find and help you to correct 99% of thyroid issues.
Dr. Berry, when I eat vegetables, I can have like a half a cup of green beans, and the next day I've gained 5 pounds. So I truly believe that I need to be on a carnivore diet. Here's my confusion. On keto, my macro for protein is 67. So if I'm doing carnivore, I mean, that's like one steak. I can eat that in one meal. Is that good? Do I have to worry about my protein macros when I'm doing carnivore?
Yeah, so when you're eating very low carb, and let's say 10 grams a day or under, and so carnivore would be at the ultimate low carb diet, because it's essentially 0 grams. There may be 1 or 2 grams if you count the glycogen in the muscle, but it's very, very low carb. At probably under 10 grams a day, your macros cease to have meaning. Because when you're eating essentially 0 grams of carbohydrates, it doesn't matter. Protein is very satiating. Protein does raise your insulin level a little bit, right? Fat is very satiating. It raises your insulin level a tiny bit. But when you're eating no carbs, the protein really ceases to matter. Now, I recommend that you try to eat a 1-to-1 ratio of fat to protein in grams, not calories, of course, but in grams. So if you have 12 grams of lean, have 12 grams of fat. And that's going to put you at a sweet spot, at least for me, a carnivore, where you're going to feel great, do great, and you won't, and you know the 5 pounds you gain from the vision, that's inflammation and fluid, right? It's not fat.
What is your take, or what is your advice on that? A little bit of a balance, or are you whole hog on, no pun intended, on wild salts? Or what is your take on that, please?
So I don't sell any supplements.
Great.
And so therefore, I think you can do most everything without a supplement. Now, you've had your gallbladder out how many years ago?
I was 20. I'm
Okay, long
bit
time ago. We will do the math. So basically, your liver has ramped up its production of bile. Now, the gallbladder's sole purpose is to store and condense, right? Store, but it also increases the potency of the bile as it stores it. But you don't have that now, so your liver's going to secrete the bile when you eat fat. Some people now, and this is one of the reasons you want to keep your gallbladder, if at all possible, is because some people, regardless of what they do, they still have to make those turbocharged strips to the restroom every now and then without a gallbladder. That just happens. You may be one of those people. For some of those people, bile salts help. For other people, they don't help at all. And so if they help you, I'm not against them. I think they're fine if you need them. But how many people in here don't have a gallbladder and you eat keto just fine? Right? How many people, right, and so how many of you should still have a gallbladder? Yeah, but how many people eat keto and don't have a gallbladder and they have some trouble sometimes? Yeah, 2 or 3, right. And so how many people without a gallbladder had trouble eating keto, but now it's fine? You got used to it. See that? So that happens sometimes, but sometimes you are you, and you just, every now and then that's going to happen. That's why we need a gallbladder. And so maybe bile salts, maybe not. Maybe eat more protein, less fat, maybe not. Play with that and find what works best for you. I think either method makes perfect sense. Whatever works for you.
Thank you.
Over the years, my questions about blood pressure is kind of a two-parter. My question is about high blood pressure. Over the years, what they've recommended, and I think it's expert panels, have said your blood pressure should be this. Then later they said no, it should be this. Later they said no. They've just gone back and forth. Is there any research that shows what your blood pressure actually should be? And number 2, the way I understand it, the purpose of your blood pressure is to make sure oxygen and blood gets to your brain and your organs. So if you're taking a medication to artificially lower that and not treating the symptom, where is the benefit?
Where's the sweet spot?
Where's the
Where you
sweet
get
spot
benefit,
between
because the whole point of
hurt
taking
and harm?
blood pressure medication is to decrease your risk of heart attack and stroke. That's what it's for. That's what it's supposed to be for.